Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome to December 18th, and I've got a full sinus infection, ear infection thing going on right now, but is that stopping me from doing some scrapbooking every day? Not really. Doing my December project makes me happy. It puts me in the mood of the season, so here we go. Now, I had pulled out a little bit of papers and just went and decided which ones I really wanted to go on this layout. I moved that 18 down there because up on the upper right where I had originally planned to put it, there was something bulky. And it ended up just being a puffy sticker. And I kind of ignore it when I change my idea for my design. Like, now I have something bulky up there. Now I have the cork Christmas trees, but apparently that didn't bother me, but that flat gold 18, it really bothered me being up there in the corner. Now, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that buffalo red and black plaid is not really working for me. So I pull out some 6x6 papers and I decide to go with the craft cardstock with the snowflakes and snow dots on it in gold foil. And I don't know about you guys, but when I think of Christmas, I definitely think of gold and silver, actually. Speaking of silver, I do have a couple silver bits in the beginning of this book, but I haven't really done anything with it. I need to pull in some silver again. Okay, so back to what I'm doing for day 18. I felt like since that craft cardstock was so light and I had such dark elements up at the top with the black printed on the trees and the black in the background of that paper up there, I really felt like it needed something dark down on the bottom. So I decided to go with a banner. And at first I was going to put the banner all the way across and have both sides with that little fishtail edge. But then as soon as I put it on, I realized that isn't what I wanted to do. I just wanted one edge. So I added some adhesive to that banner, slapped it on my 4x6 craft and snowflake paper, and went ahead and cut that off. Now, look at that cute little Rudolph. I'm actually covering him up, and it's kind of weird because I'm actually talking about older Christmas movies that we like to watch and how we watched Jack Frost and The Year Without a Santa Claus as a family one night. And it was just a good time. And this is another day where I'm telling some sort of story, and I don't have a photo for it. And I'm okay with not having a photo for it. So there you go. I guess I could have left on the Rudolph and used him as a nod to the older Christmas movies, but I actually didn't even think about that until right now. I'm going to blame it on the cold. Okay. So I have some of these wooden stars that I used earlier in my album, and I decided to put another one on top of that 18. And I'm just looking for something to put there and like give it a little jazzing up. So I did find joy and family fun, and I felt like those were perfect words and they were in a good dark color. So all worked out great. Now here's where it goes a little bit wrong. I really like this Christmas ribbon, but I did not like it with what I did with it on this page. So I cut some of this green and red ribbon, and it has some metallic gold thread throughout it. And I just did a little bit of a ribbon, and I thought, oh, that'll be cute peeking out from the pocket just a little bit. I'm like, yeah, that's cute. I didn't want a super long ribbon. I'm like, yeah, this works. This is cute. So I go ahead and write my journaling, and it's literally what I just told you guys. We love the older Christmas movies, and we watch Jack Frost and The Year Without a Santa Claus as a family. Now, Jack Frost is interesting because I think of it as a Christmas movie because Jack Frost has the deadline once winter's up to have a lady fall in love with him, and he needs a bag of gold and a horse and a home and a wife. But Jack Frost starts off on Groundhog Day in February when the groundhog, does or does not get scared by his shadow. So I don't know, but whatever. I'm calling it a Christmas movie. So I put my trees on top, and I like it, but I feel like it needs a little bit of something. And this is where I don't like the ribbon, but I'm like, forget it. I'm just going to leave it. It's done. And then I decide to put these little stars on top of the cork trees. Now, they're a little too high. So what I do is I just use that star to mark off the edge of the tree, and I think I'm going to cut it out with my X-Acto knife, but I decide scissors, excuse me, I decide that scissors are better for this one, because my brain's kind of in a fog, and I'm not really feeling too safe with an X-Acto knife right now. So we do the scissors, and we get that going. And side note, I had a question about if I'm actually doing these day by day, or if I'm doing them in a batch, because I've been wearing this big old gray sweatshirt. Well, guys, I get cold at night, and at the house, I usually run around in sweats, and this is one of the big old gray sweatshirts that I use. So while I don't do it every day, I am doing 1 or 2 a day, meaning today is the 19th, and I did the 18th and the 19th today. It just depends on my work schedule, what's going on in the house, how I'm feeling. Yesterday it was pretty rough, so I did not come in here. But that's how it goes. I'm either doing 1 or 2 a day. So, like I said, today is the 19th, but I'm doing the 18th and the 19th. It's just, you just got to figure out what works for you. And I'm telling the story of the 18th on the 19th, and that works for me. So, there you go. And the page is finished, and that's where I changed out that ribbon to some baker's twine.